Hi, Todd Warren here in the Forecast Center with a late Friday afternoon update on Hurricane Ida and its potential impacts on the Arctic. As the latest 4 o'clock advisory has just come in, and we have seen a little strengthening with the storm. Maximum sustained winds now at 80 miles per hour as Ida is moving towards the northwest at around 15. Latest forecast from the National Hurricane Center combined with the different tropical models showing that Ida will likely continue to move towards the north and west, making landfall southwest of New Orleans. We have seen a little shift in the forecast track, at least as far as landfall, a little bit further to the west, but the track as far as its how it relates to Interstate 20 is pretty much the same. It looks like we'll see that curve to the northeast with Ida potentially crossing Interstate 20 near Vicksburg, Mississippi. Now, the outlook has also changed, is that it appears as if Ida could be a Category 4 hurricane with maximum sustained winds of 140 miles per hour at landfall late Sunday evening. So this will be a storm that we will have to keep a close eye on, as if it does shift more to the west, obviously its impacts could be greater for our area. But since we're on the west side of its circulation, obviously those impacts will not be as bad as they will be to the east of our area. Here's a look at the potential for tropical storm force winds. Obviously hurricane force winds not expected this far to the west, but there is a chance we could see some sustained winds of at least 39 miles per hour, especially over the southeastern edge of the area. Southern Natchitoches Parish, especially as you work your way to the north and west, the chance of seeing wind that strong is likely somewhat minimal. We likely will see some gusts in excess of 40 miles per hour, so a power outage or two will be possible, mainly over the southeastern edge of the region. As Ida approaches, we're going to be watching a disturbance ahead of it that will bring us the possibility for actually a good shot for some scattered showers and thunderstorms for your Saturday. As tonight looking partly to mostly cloudy. Tomorrow we will see those scattered thunderstorms develop, especially over the western two-thirds of the area. That rain will end, and then you can see the perhaps first of the bands, which could impact the Arctic, developing late Sunday afternoon and moving westward into the region Sunday evening. So most of the rain that we see Sunday likely will be confined to the latter stages of the day, if not Sunday night. And then we will see Ida move to our east through northeastern Louisiana, close to the Mississippi, and we could see a better chance for some rain as we look ahead to Monday. Now, here's a look at rainfall potential from FUTURECAST. Now, keep in mind, this does not include Ida moving northward. This is basically through Sunday evening, and you can see totals probably less than an inch, and I suspect that most of the area will still see totals less than an inch by the time Ida moves by. Once it moves past, we are going to settle back into a hot and dry pattern, as 10-day forecast showing mid-90s for Sunday ahead of Ida, 88 with the clouds and lots of wind for Monday, and then upper level high pressure builds in. Highs will quickly return to the middle 90s, with the lows mainly staying in the low to middle 70s. So it still looks like Ida will pass to our east. Changes in the forecast, it has strengthened. It also looks like Ida could be stronger now, possibly a Category 4 storm as it makes landfall over south to southeastern Louisiana late Sunday evening. Hi, Todd Warren here in the Forecast Center with an early Friday evening update on the weather for the week ahead. Of course, the latest on Hurricane Ida, as the storm hasn't strengthened during the, or at least since the 4 o'clock advisory. The latest advisory showing that it still has winds of 80 miles per hour as it is moving over Cuba right now. That's probably the good reason as to why it hasn't strengthened much more. That strengthening process likely will resume as we go through the nighttime hours tonight. Latest outlook from the National Hurricane Center. This actually issued at 4 o'clock this afternoon. Shows, in case you missed it earlier, that we are looking at a potential Category 4 storm as the center passes and makes landfall south and east of New Orleans, and then moves very close to Baton Rouge and then up towards Vicksburg. Now, obviously, that's the current forecast. There's still some a possibility we could see some adjustment further to the west, which would not be good for our area. But given this projected path, if it happens as planned, the impacts on our area should be somewhat minimal, although we will have to keep an eye on the wind over the southeastern sections of the area. And speaking of that wind, this is the outlook from the National Hurricane Center regarding the probability of seeing tropical storm sustained winds of 39 miles per hour or more, and you can see most of the Arklatex less than 30%. As you get down towards Natchitoches, Manny, and especially the southern and southeastern half of Natchitoches Parish, that likely will be the spot where those chances will be highest, and we very well could see some isolated to scattered power outages, but that will not be as big of an issue further to the northwest, nor really is the threat of rain, as most of the rain that we'll see in the next couple of days will actually come from scattered storms tomorrow and Sunday. As you can see, this takes us into Monday morning from FUTURECAST. You can see as the storm makes landfall, the heavier rain setting up over southeast Louisiana and then moving northward. Now keep in mind, this only goes through Sunday night, but you can clearly see with the path expected to continue to go like this, that the heaviest rains probably will stay to the east of the Arklatex. And green here is an inch, so it's more than likely that we will see totals when it's all said and done of less than an inch here in our area. In the meantime, as we await the arrival of Ida and where it eventually could go, we are looking at, again, a disturbance which is now to our south and east. It has been responsible for the scattered activity that we have witnessed today to our east. That disturbance will bring us a possibility for some thunderstorms tomorrow. Scattered in nature, and this is the latest from Robin's Cellular FUTURECAST, showing you the bit of an increase in the clouds tonight. Tomorrow, it appears as if the best chances for those scattered showers and thunderstorms will be across the southwest half of the area. Again, the storm will be approaching, moving in tonight, but we'll have to wait until the heating of the day to see things fire up. Basically, that chance will be the best over the western half of the region. Moving into Saturday night, that rain will end, and then Sunday we could start to see some of the bands from Ida begin to affect parts of the Arklatex, kind of scattered in nature. Not going to be looking at any tornado threat on the west side of the storm circulation, and heading through Sunday evening, that activity also will probably decrease some. And just to show you where FUTURECAST, it is actually very close to the Hurricane Center forecast. You can see the eye from Ida approaching Baton Rouge as we get close to midnight. So again, this is the latest projection from FUTURECAST on where this system could be as we head into Sunday night. Now, one thing I should point out, now FUTURECAST is a high-res model. Some of the high-res models are further to the west. So that is just a little bit of a flag saying, hey, we're not quite done yet. We will have to keep an eye on where Ida eventually goes, because there's still some potential we could see some adjustments to the forecast. Now, after that, we will kind of settle into a hot and dry pattern as Ida moves out. That's reflected in your 10-day forecast. As you can see, we're looking at 94 with some more sunshine Sunday compared to tomorrow. Lots of clouds around the area with the occasional rain. Monday will keep temperatures in the 80s. But once Ida clears, upper level high pressure takes its place. It's back to the mid-90s for highs. Lows will stay in the 70s, and not much more as far as rain, basically from Tuesday through Labor Day. So it looks like Ida still looking at a landfall coming up basically late Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening over the south to southeastern sections of Louisiana. That's where the impacts will be at their maximum here in the Arklatex. Some wind issues perhaps over the southeastern edge of the area, and not much rain the way it looks right now. And then we turn hot and dry as we go through the rest of next week.